Java code again to understand what's MapReduce and see it through the Java code. Now Hadoop is being written in Java, so whatever is written in Java becomes very intuitive and fast. That's why Java is the fastest programming language to program Hadoop. All everything else is slow because that's where every code is written. Now since Hadoop is written in Java and I'm showing you the MapReduce based on Java, we have to import some of the libraries. This Apache is the company that holds on and distributes Hadoop. So we have Hadoop, FSPath, configuration, input, output, MapReduce, and utilities. Now we have public class word count. Then we have MapReduce, which implements mapper. And then we have public void map. And then we have what happens if there is an exception. But extend command is used for inheritance. So we have a static class map extends MapReducer base that implements mapper. Now we have public void map. Now we have a public status class reduce that extends MapReduce base and implement the reducer. Now when you have reduce, you can call the function again inside reduce. Now if you remember something in Java that happens is the class the same name, the function and the same, and all this kind of stuff, and the file and same name, but right now I'm not going into that. So this is the function public void. It has a text key, it has an iterator, it has output collector, reporter, and it throws exception if using IO exception. And the sum is while sum has next. Sum is equal to sum values dot next dot get, and output dot collect is key dot int writable sum. So we are using a lot of functions and methods that are already defined in those classes. Then we have the main function. Public static void main always come with string arguments. It throws an exception if there is an error. You have job configuration, word count dot class, job name is word count, output key is text dot class, output value is int writable dot class, set mapper is map dot class, set combiner is reduce dot class, set reducer dot class is reduce dot class, set input format is text input dot class, set output format is text output dot class, and file input format dot set path is config and new path arguments 1 and config new path argument 2, and that's the job client and the job config. Now all of this thing is based on Java. So I have Head First in Java, the book that I use, and what we see often in the code is libraries from MapReduce and extends command. Extend command is used to extend a subclass and in create inheritance. Then you have Java fundamentals. What is the difference between Java class file and jar file and exe file, and why packages are required for the MapReduce. So the packages that required is import java.io.io exception, import org.apache.hadoop.io.int writable, import org.apache.long writable, import org.apache.hadoop text, and mapper. So that is the Java part that we do. Now beside the Java part, now we are going to see Hadoop installation, in which we are going to install Java again. So this was a little bit about Java based MapReduce. Now I am talking a little bit about Cloudera. Cloudera has 3 parts that we are going to cover. Part 1 is SQL to Scoop, part 2 is Spark, and part 3 is Spark SQL. So that's going to be our Spark. But this is more about MapReduce that I want to talk here.